We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. Goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. Here's the first carry from MaddenDAD883chilren. They work this well upfield across the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
At the Bengals' 44-yard line.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Shotgun now from Murray. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Andy Isabella there to make the grab. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Point is good.
No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Prescott off play action. Dancing to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Prescott on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side. It deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Buying time to his left. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. Clifford, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bengals nothing.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. This is caught at the 8. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. They'll try one for 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the Chargers' 3-yard line.
Prescott now. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Dallas Goedert there to make the grab. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game.
Michael Badgley.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Breida, the ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Murray going to fire one out wide. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now this one was tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of
a good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
18-yard line.
Now it's Breida. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Murray now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the 11-yard line.
From the gun, Murray steps away to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short.
Brings up 4th and 1.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Try to run with Breida, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On first down, Clifford. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. First down, Prescott. Flushed out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Prescott yet again. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
The extra point is good.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football and picked up by the Chargers.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. A quick slant to Hill. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. Prescott from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 28 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Play action now. Prescott being chased out left. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away at second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And again, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally stop him in a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
4 yards.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the Bengals' 13-yard line.
Here's Breida. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. This is caught. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Like everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On the ground with a tight end, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bengals 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now a throw to the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's Prescott. It's going to be caught by Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he...
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll begin by running the option. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, here's Breida. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bengals will get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
And a Bengal 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got him to the turf. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll buy some time right. Able to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
2nd down and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
It's a big one there for the Chargers. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. I like the way they get the receiver in motion.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
at their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to go down as time is now run out on this game.
Today's
really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, you know, make it tough for them to come out the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl. Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Good.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Let him know. Right there. 54, right there, 54 Mike. Oh, yeah.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was tackled at
a nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he steps away. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. After the turnover, here's Lock. Going right side here, and that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down, Denver.
To get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
On the carry.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw it is Lock. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Of course, he's coming off that monster game in their wild card victory, but that's his first catch here in the divisional round. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Throwing now is Lock. Now Lock, he lost the football, it's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Go partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now a handoff looking right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Murray going to look to run. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it's going to be second down.
It's second down and 10.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7. Broncos nothing. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Block will try again on second down. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
The kicker.
This defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
On the carry.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
For 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC. And what a game it was last week. And a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Broncos nothing. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Check, 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 check. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing on 2nd down. Lock. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Lock to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Dolphin football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Check it out, read. Check 99. Switch.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
6-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Now a give, right side. Felts, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Locke gonna throw. Forced out to his left. Got an open man. It's McLeod. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just know the special teams coordinator was rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the fourth quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get that quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. And they work this out past the 25. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
First down, Denver.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Deuce. Yes. Go. Check safety. Ship. Watch the ship. Check 3. Go. Ready to go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Check 13. Watch twins. He's coming. We got double up. Yep. Check. Lucky. Alpha. Kill. Eddie ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now to the air, Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Do what we do.
Bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
They'll throw now on the final play. Rolling to his right. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And some room to run now. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Dolphins 28, Broncos nothing. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 10 yards out. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is Just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And Oliver able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now they try the right side here. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Ball carrier.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And again this time to the tailback. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Say, 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Bravo!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lock.
Open man. He completes it to Judy.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Mike, 53.
Lock now to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
80 weapon. Check the backup. Why? Move.
On second and goal. Lock. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Complete to number 7.
From 4 yards
Touchdown,
out.
Denver.
And the Broncos are in for 6.
The kicker on for the extra point.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Broncos
Extra point
7.
splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
38-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Back to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch. Jam. Joker.
They'll try the left side. Phelps. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Taken down.
36 yards on the play.
36 yards. And the Broncos first down.
53. Mike. I got it. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 50. Here we go. Watch the pass.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Locke, open man, Hamler, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Phelps, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. It's just me and you. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
49.
Extra point safely through. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
59. Watch the screen. Pass. Check 9, check 9.
Lock now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30.
Pass.
It's a big play there for the Broncos. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Check 26, check 26. 61. Matchbox, light. 55, Mike, you're off me. Squeeze, double. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Did you get the points? You think you won't get this?
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. They'll set up a throw. Able to shake him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. The Dolphins advancing in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida. DA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's second and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. K'Lavon Chason able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. From the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Down right at
no gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Union break on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
At the 23-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
At the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that's going to be caught. Oh, one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Jaguars 14, Raiders nothing. Josh Lambeau to kick off for.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own 19.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Raiders nothing.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 50 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 14. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
They'll take over.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Hey, 734.
From the gun, Carr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down, Las Vegas.
Carr now on 1st down. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
83.
Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll roll him out right. Ebron with it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Ebron caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll throw now on the final play. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Raiders 7.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up in will take it down. Oh, good-looking return set up here. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. Catch made here by Campbell. And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Carr. That's going to be caught by Kirk. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, He expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
A gain of 40 yards.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
The 46-yard line.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
All day, dog. Mike, check 33. 33. What's the run?
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 11. Now Saquon Barkley. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Mike, 53. Mike. Who that?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And some room to work. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4.
And the Raiders have got him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last one. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, open man is Kirk, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Carr completes it, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Carr. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. To throw is Carr. They'll set up the screen to Drake. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
And it's 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw, Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
a lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
First throw of overtime for Carr. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
Carr's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Carr. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
First down, Raiders.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
31.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal's from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Las Vegas, a loss would have really hurt as it stands. Stadium has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Tigers and the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Throwing on first down. McLeod flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
This is complete to Watkins on the slam. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball. But you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
On the ground, it's Calais. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Ravens' 10-yard line.
Now Kaiser. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.